So how can someone recognize a narcissist? If I'm thinking from my own experience, I worked for someone that everyone said was a narcissist, and
Mm.
to this day I don't know if he was a narcissist or if he was just very charming and manipulative. I don't know. So I'm curious, like, how do you know? What are the tendencies?
Yeah, so I mean, there are a lot of things that you can go on Google and you get like the 10 red flags of a narcissist. But the reality is that narcissists come in so many different shapes and forms. So the very classical narcissist that's really overt, who's just full of themselves and the whole world revolves around them, that's usually not what you get in your day-to-day life. Like the ones that are the dangerous ones are the covert ones, because they
Mm,
are nothing like what we would think a narcissist is like. And there are so many different versions. Even if you figured out one, or you think you have, it's still very likely that you get involved with another one who's just a different shade of narcissist. So, what they all have in common is the lack of empathy, the lack of self awareness, a huge sense of entitlement, and making other people feel worse so they can feel better. At the end of the day, I think the question we need to ask ourselves is what's happening for us when we deal with a narcissist, because it's always super easy to find excuses for somebody else's behavior, right? They come home from work, they had a really stressful day, and then, we just excuse their behavior because, they were having a bad day. But when we start focusing on what's going on for us, that's very different because that's actually happening. We can't explain that away.